Hi everybody, it's Sharon from Blessed to Craft Designs. Welcome back to my channel. This is going to be the second video that I've done today. It is extremely cold outside. We're supposed to be getting snow. It hasn't snowed yet, but the sun is shining, so I doubt if we're gonna get any. I live in the south, so we don't get snow very often. So I have been at home all day long, and I decided to make this a craft day because I have not been able to craft since we got into 2017. And granted, today is only the 7th day of the new year, but I haven't been able to do any of my crafting. So I am so excited to do that today. I'm going to show you, I already uploaded, by this time I should have uploaded the video. The first one that I did for 2017 was my review over the Precision Press by We Are Memory Keepers. I got that in. I ordered that last year, and it came in at the end of last year because I ordered in like December, and I wanted to just show everybody how that works. So that video should already be uploaded. I'll try to remember to link it down below on this video. So that's my first one. My second one is I'm making some cards and some tags. I'll also be doing a wreath, my first ever diaper wreath. I'm going to kind of show you the finished product, and I'll show you some pictures of what I've done. So hopefully by next weekend I will have that video up, as well as a couple other wreath videos that I'm going to do. So anyway, I wanted to show you this. This was my December card kit of the month. And I want to show you this picture right here, if it will focus. Let's see if I can get it to focus. Stop shaking, Sharon. Well, it may not. But this card right here was my inspiration for the card that I did. Now this word right here, happy, it's actually a sentiment, and it's made out of kind of wood or maybe a cork material. Both of mine, the one that says happy and also the one that said love, were broken to pieces when I opened my box. When I did my unboxing. Actually, if you have not watched that video, that one has already been uploaded, so you can watch it. I unboxed my December card kit of the month and November card kit of the month on online so that you can see it. So you saw me taking it right out of the box, and it was already broken. Today, again, is the 7th of January. I have already contacted Makers Mart. I did send them a picture of, you know, it being broken, and I'm waiting for them to send me my replacements. Okay, so that was kind of my inspiration, and this is what my card actually, how it actually turned out. So I think it's really pretty. Everything that you see here came out of the December card kit of the month and the die kit of the month. And it turned out really pretty. I mean, I used like 3 different types of printed paper to make this background, and then the tags and everything. So I'm happy how it turned out. I'm really glad. And this is those 3D butterflies that I showed you that I absolutely love. Butterflies are some of my favorites. So I'm going to give this, and I've already stamped it on the inside. May your birthday be filled with many blessings. So I've already stamped that, and then I've stamped the outside also. I have that stamped. It's homemade just for you, and then I'll put my name on the back of it. So another thing that I've been working on are tags. I like to make little things for some of the employees at work. And these are some things that I just decided to work on today. I wanted something to do. This is a thank you. It'll be a tag. And my plan is to make just some cellophane bags with a little bit of goodies down on the inside. Some, you know, candy and maybe pins, those things. And then I'm going to attach these onto there. So this actually is one of the tags that I used from out of the card kit of the month. and some of the little pearls here. This, the paper was used for that, but the stamp was used from another stamp that I had. Now this, I'm gonna show you how I did this. This one is from the December, the die of the month. And I made this one. It didn't quite turn out, you know, the way that I wanted, but again, I'm just kind of pilling around and just making different things. I think the you know, the thank you part of it, you know, most people are appreciative if you just kind of give them a little something and let them know how much you appreciate their hard work. So I thought it turned out really cute. So I'm actually gonna make this really quick. I don't want this to be a long video. But this is what I used. There are two different clocks in here. There's a, you know, the kind of the small, more wide, and that's the one I used for that particular tag. And the reason why I like using this one is because of this little window. It actually cuts out that part right there, and I think that's so cute. That is the cutest thing. So that, and this is the top to it. There are the two faces to your clock, and this one, of course, it would go on there. You could probably use that one as well. I don't know if that part really matters. It's, I guess, completely up to you which one you would want to use. And then that's the top for that one. Here's the heart. Now I'm also using some things from out of previous card and die kits from Makers Mart. This is one I pulled out, and this is what I used to stamp with the thank you on there. A couple other ones, embellishments. So I'm just going to show you as I go along. Now I've already tried to cut out some of the things that I'm going to use, and I'm going to show you this. Now this one did come in the December card kit of the month, so I can use this the way it is just because, you know, it's got the pretty print and everything on the front. But I have these left over from Christmas, and, you know, I don't want them to go to waste. I'm sure I can save them and use them for next year. But this one is actually the same as this right here. I don't know if you can see that. And all I did was I just put the silver paper on top of there, and I'm reusing these because I need quite a few of these for what I'm doing at my job, and I want to make sure, you know, I want to use what I have instead of trying to go out buying more stuff. So this was my base. It's just a plain kind of a turquoise cardstock, and this one did come out of my card kit of the month for December. This was just some paper that I've had. I purchased this, oh my goodness, I don't even know how long ago, from, I believe Michael's had a sale on paper, and I used this. So what I'm going to do is just tape this on to there. Okay, so let me show you that. And I'm using different types of tape, okay? So it just kind of depends on the job. So I don't really care. I mean, you could have done it on this side, but it doesn't really matter because it's going to be covered up anyway. All right, so I'm just gonna lay, I'm trying to, let me move my camera a little bit. I'm sorry. I'm gonna get my camera where you can actually see what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm gonna put that down there. Okay, and then I'm going to cut this excess off. I don't need this. Okay, so I try to get as close to that tag as I can. Okay, so there it is. That's going to be the tag. And then I'm going to put this on here. And then I'm going to cut around there. I'm just going to leave just a little bit of peekaboo around the sides of there. So that's why I said it didn't matter which side you put this on, because you won't be able to see that in the end. Today is really a perfect day for me to be doing this. I can't, it's not that I can't go anywhere, but just because it's so cold outside, I just decided to stay in-house all day long and just kind of clean up and then do some crafting things for you guys today. Alright, so let's cut here. And I kind of like that. We'll see. I might have to cut just a little bit more of that. Okay, and I can trim that off just a little bit more on this side. Okay, so that is going to be the base of the tag. And let's move some of this stuff over here. And I'm going to get... Now, I used plain black the last time. I think I'll do that. I do have some black that's got a little bit of shimmer on it, but I don't want to do that. We'll just use just my plain black. And the reason why I like this paper is it does have a little bit, it's not quite exactly the same color as the other blue, but I think that's okay. Most people aren't quite that picky, so I'm going to put this there. I'm going to go ahead and make sure you get the right top to your clock. Remember, it's two different tops. And I'm sorry. I'm trying to make sure I have enough space to do this and also show you what I'm doing. So let's move the camera up a little bit. Alright, so I'm putting all of this down on my, my vintage, my big kick. Put all of that down. And I'm going to also cut this part out. And let's see. And these two teeny, when I tell you teeny tiny, if you drop this, oh my goodness, they're so small. But I'm going to go ahead and lay all of this down on my my machine. And then we're going to cut that. I actually put that on the wrong one, but that's okay because I don't worry about 1 and 2 and everything like that. I figure eventually I'm going to have to buy new plates, so it's okay. Alright, so let's run all of this through. And it would help. Let me make sure all of this is actually on my plate. Okay. So let's start running this through. And I'm not going to emboss any of these because you'll actually see that. Okay, now I'm going to have to do that again because when I moved it, it kind of got off a little bit. So that's not right. So we'll do that one again. That's okay. Alright, so let's try to find something to get this out. So let me show you these. And we're going to use them on the black side. But you can see how much detail is already in there. And I didn't even have to emboss that. Okay? Can you see all that detail? Alright, so we have that. And let's go ahead and poke out our hands. And again, these are so small. I've already dropped them. They're just that tiny. I don't even know if you can see those. I'll turn them on the blue side, and then that way it's a little bit easier for you to see them. But those are incredibly small. And then let's go ahead and cut out, or not cut out, but go ahead and take out this bird cage, the bird cage. I don't know why I keep wanting to call it a bird cage. It's a clock, but there is the top of the clock. Okay, and as you can see, it's got all the detail in it. I didn't even have to emboss that, so it came out just fine. But I'm going to redo this part, my clock, because with me moving it a little while ago, it just kind of got off centered and just did not come out the way I wanted it to. Alright, so let's put this back in there. And I'm just going to run it through. I'm not going to try to pull it where you can see it. I'll show it to you when it actually comes out of the machine. Alright, and it already came out. There we go. And there's the little hole, the little peekaboo hole. Okay? So, now we are going to put this together. And the very first thing that I did was I went ahead and I attached the top of this to the top of the clock. Okay, so I grabbed my Tumbo glue and just put a little bead, just a little bit down the sides of this. Okay, come on, there we go. Just a little bit down the sides, and you don't need to go all the way to the end. You don't have to go all the way to the ends because the ends are actually going to stick out on both sides of the clock, so you don't have to do that. But what I found easier for me to do was to turn this the other way around and kind of line up to try to line it up right here. It's harder for me to do this trying to show it to you, so that's why it's kind of all over the place. But okay, and then as you can see, that's why I said here, you don't really even need to put glue all the way to the end because it actually sticks out on both ends. So let's just, that'll dry clear, so I'm not really concerned about that too much. And I can actually do something to cover that up there. Okay, so there is the top on there. And then we can go ahead and glue this onto here. Okay, so it's going to be just like that. So we'll go ahead and grab our tape runner. I'll close this back for the moment. And if you would like to use some, foam adhesive to make it kind of stand out a little bit, you can do that too. Okay. So, I'm going to set this down. It's just a lot easier for me if I'm not trying to hold it up and place it down. I'm going to place it right there on that line, and I'm not concerned with it, sticking out over the top or anything like that. I'm not concerned with that part because I actually like that. So I think that part is okay. I'm just wiping my hands off. I have quite a bit of glue and stuff on my hands, so I want to get my hands clean. Okay, so there it is attached to the front of that tag. And of course, you can make this tag a lot bigger. I believe in one that they did on here. It is a lot bigger, but again, I'm just trying to use some materials that I've had for quite a bit of time. And then I'm just kind of, playing around with everything too. So it is completely up to you. Okay, everybody, I'm back. My dog was barking in the background, so I had to turn everything off to go see what he was barking about. Okay, so this is what we have so far. All right, so we have our clock base down on the tag, and I believe I was saying, you can use a much larger tag. If you were to use this one, you could see the difference that would be. But again, I just have some old tags that I'm trying to use up because I want to make several of these for just employee incentive kind of things. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just kind of using what I have. So I don't want anything to go to waste. So right now I'm going to do the face of the clock, and I'm using just some plain. I believe this came in my pack of, or a pound of paper from Tuesday morning, so that's what I'm using. So I'm just going to sit that in there, and I'm not going to show you this on I have my machine up here. I'll show it to you a little bit when I get done with it. Okay, so let me show you this. And again, I did not emboss this. If you want to emboss it, you can. Of course, it would just, make the impression even more noticeable. But I think that looks pretty good just the way it is. I don't think I need to do anything else with that. But that is a preference. You can choose to do that if you would like. Okay. So now, something that I noticed, see, you get to see all my boo-boos again. I forgot to put 2 different types of tape on here. This is a glitter paper, and I don't know what anybody else out there uses, but I noticed anytime I try to use my tape runner, it doesn't matter which one it is, if I use it on glitter paper, it doesn't stick. So this has already come up from there, and I'm glad it happened with me and it didn't happen once I gave it to somebody. So what I did with the first one that I made was I double glued it with my Tumbo. So I'm going to put down some glue, and we're going to attach this back to our tag base. Like I said, I don't know if I'm the only one that ever has problems with that. Being, fairly new to a lot of this, I'm learning a lot of do's and don'ts and what are some of the better products to use for certain paper materials. So it's just one of those things, but it's an easy fix. All right, so once again, let's place it down. Okay, I think I need to sit it down so I can actually see where I'm putting it. There we go. And then press it. Okay, so there we go. Now it's on there a little bit better. And I'm going to take my legs and I'm going to put those there because I'm actually going to I'm going to put the face right there, so I'm going to cover that up. And I think I want to use some foam adhesives for that. Just trying to line up exactly where I want those to be. I'm going to put just a little dot of glue there. Just to kind of hold them down a little bit better. And then I'm going to put 2 foam adhesive squares on the back of my clock because I do want that to kind of stand out a little bit to give it a little bit more pop to my tag. Okay, so bring this closer to me so I can see exactly where I'm putting it. There we go. Okay, so there is that part, really cute. I know that's my favorite word, cute. And it looks like I am already going to have to cut out another one of those, the hands for my clock, because I have one. They're so hard to keep up with. Alright, so let me go ahead and do that. This got moved around. And I didn't mention to you all, if you watched any of my other videos before, I think I was telling you I have problems. I was having problems with my machine up here because I couldn't get it to cut right and I didn't know what I needed. I actually, before the holiday came in, I purchased this Solo wafer thin adapter. Along with, you know, the one that comes with the machine, the Solo shim, and it actually cuts the way it's supposed to now, so I'm so happy. It's a learning process, learn as you go kind of thing. It's almost like on the job training. Okay, so let me get my black paper up here and I'm gonna cut 2 more of these. Get my little sandwich. Okay, and then they are. Do you see how little those are? Okay. And now let me see if I can get these out. There we go. Okay, that one actually fell right on the card and you almost couldn't see it. Okay, so what I did on the last one is I just put a little dot of glue in the middle, and I'm going to have to attach those down a little bit more. A little dot of glue in the center of this. I just put a little dot and then I just kind of dropped them in there because they are so small. You may not be able to see this, but I'll show it to you in just a few minutes. And I don't think it really matters where you have the hands laying, because just like a clock, it could be in any direction. Okay. And if I can pick this up, I will place it down on there. I don't have very big hands, but these two pieces are so small. I keep dropping it. And then I just tap it down. I don't really worry about the glue showing because just like on this one, it actually dries clear, so you won't be able to see that. Okay, so there's that, and I'll probably get something just to dab just a little bit of that off, but I'm gonna keep going because I want to show you the rest of this. So I took some of my blue paper, my blue cardstock paper. This piece right here might be enough for me to cut that little heart off with. Okay, so here's the heart, and you can already see the detail in that. Let me take it out so you can see that. And I didn't even emboss it. I have not embossed anything with this card. Okay, you see that? And of course, if you did decide to emboss it, I mean, that would be just putting more detail into whatever project you're working on. I didn't. I just decided not to do that. Now on the other one, I did put 2 of these little foam squares in there, but this time I'm just going to use the one inside that little peephole just to make it stick out just a little bit. Okay, so just open up your window and stick that down right in the middle. Okay, and then that kind of pops out like that. Now for the thank you that I did on there, I just took another piece of that blue cardstock, and these stamps came in one of my other, these actually came in one of my other kits from Makers Mart, and I know it's online, it's one of the other videos. And I just happened to see these when I was getting ready to make them. And I thought, oh, great, I can actually use these. So I love this little thank you right here. And I just used my stamp. And this is Wicked Black from Colorbox. Let's see. Okay, so I'm just going to stamp this. I'm sorry. I'm out of focus where you can't see it. And then I just stamped it on my cardstock. Okay, so there is the thank you. Okay, and then also in one of my kits, I got this. I think I showed it to you earlier. All I did was just put it around there. Let me move my camera again so you can see a little bit better. I just framed it after I stamped it. Okay. Get just a little bit of the washi tape, and this washi tape actually comes in your kit too. So after you have it where you want it, just tape it down, that way it does not move. Place it down on your machine. run it through. Okay, there it is. Thank you. And then I just place another one of my foam squares on the back of there. I might do 2 just to make sure it adheres well. And you can skip this part if you would like. You can put it anywhere you want. You can put it there. But I just chose to kind of put it at the top up here. So I want to make sure I cover up both of those. Again, I just kind of want to make it pop out a little bit. So there it is. It's really cute, and I would just put this on, you know, a bag or a cellophane bag or even a paper bag that I'm just going to fill with some stuff for the people on my job. I don't know if you can see that little heart that's in there. There's also the bird that's here, or I even thought about, and I might do this. I haven't quite made up my mind yet. One of the packs of embellishment, there are these cute little blue flowers, and I actually thought about putting these in there as well, just to make like a really cute little bouquet or something. And there are also some more flowers in here. This one might be a little bit too big to put inside of there, but I mean, if you keep that closed, you could put that there, or you know, you can put that over there. I mean, there are lots of other things that you can do to this, and I might just put the little sequins and everything on there just to kind of make it pop a little bit more. But it's just however you decide you want to do it. So thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed watching these videos, and let me know, please post if you do any of these at home, if you try something from out of the Makers Mart, the die kit, or either the card kits of the month. I would love to, you know, share ideas and everything on our pages. So just leave a comment down below. I hope everything is going well for you. I hope you're having a blessed new year so far. There are lots of good things to come. I already know it. I'm speaking it into existence. So thank you. Please subscribe. Please like. Please share. And please have a blessed day.